Did you know that nearly 60% of travelers feel burned out after their trips? Shocking, right? With just 4.3 days to spend on vacation, many of us rush from one tourist spot to another, snapping photos instead of truly enjoying our surroundings. In fact, a study by Expedia found that over 30% of travelers feel pressured to keep up with social media, often choosing experiences just to share online. But what if there was a better way to explore the world? Enter slow travel, a growing trend that encourages us to savor every moment and fully immerse ourselves in new cultures. Imagine taking a month to discover the hidden gems of a small town, rather than racing through major cities. This approach not only helps you relax but also creates deeper connections with the places you visit. In this video, we'll dive into what slow travel really means and why it's becoming the travel choice for many people. We'll explore how this trend helps reduce stress, supports local economies, and benefits the environment. You'll discover practical tips for starting your slow travel adventure and hear fascinating insights that will change the way you think about traveling forever. Are you ready to ditch the rush and embrace a more meaningful journey? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Rush to Nowhere. Breaking free from fast travel has changed a lot in the last few decades. People used to take their time, but now it's all about ticking boxes. The average vacation is just 4.3 days long, and most travelers try to see as much as possible in that short time. But here's the problem: by rushing, we miss out on real connections with the places we visit. Instead of soaking in the culture, we're snapping quick photos, buying souvenirs, and moving on to the next attraction. The rise of social media hasn't helped either. We're always trying to one-up each other with the best travel photos, even if we didn't actually take the time to enjoy where we were. But people are starting to realize that this kind of travel is exhausting. It's not relaxing, and it's not meaningful. According to a study by Skift, 70% of travelers feel more stressed after their trip than before they left. That's not what a vacation is supposed to be. This is where slow travel comes in. It's all about ditching the fast-paced, checklist-style tourism and really sinking into a destination. Slow travelers spend more time in one place, allowing themselves to fully experience its essence. It's not about how many sights you see, but about how deeply you experience them. Chapter 2. The Slow Travel Revolution. What it actually is. So, what exactly is slow travel? At its core, slow travel is about being intentional with how you explore. It's about immersing yourself in one place rather than bouncing between cities or countries. According to Carl Honore, author of In Praise of Slow travel is not about doing everything at a snail's pace. It's about doing things in the right way. Imagine spending a month in a small Italian village instead of hitting all the major tourist spots in a week. You'd have the time to build connections with locals, try authentic food, and truly get to know the area. Another key part of slow travel is how you move around. Rather than flying everywhere, you take slower forms of transportation. Trains, buses, or even cycling allow you to see the world in a new way. It's about the journey as much as the destination. Studies show that taking the train instead of flying can reduce your carbon footprint by 90%. Slow travel also encourages spontaneity. You don't plan every minute. Instead, you leave room for unexpected moments, like stumbling upon a local festival or discovering a hidden cafe. That's the magic of slow travel. It gives you the freedom to explore at your own pace. Chapter 3. Embracing the local vibe. How slow travel immerses you in culture. One of the biggest draws of slow travel is the chance to live like a local. When you stay in one place for an extended period, you start to notice the rhythms of daily life. You visit the same bakery each morning, chat with the shopkeeper, and learn the best time to avoid the tourist crowds. Research from Airbnb shows that long-term stays in local neighborhoods contribute more to the economy than short tourist trips. When travelers stay longer, they're more likely to support small, family-owned businesses and dive into cultural experiences. Take the concept of flânerie, a French word that means wandering without a set destination. Slow travelers embrace this idea, allowing themselves to simply explore with no agenda. This is how you find the real heart of a place, not through tourist guides, but by letting the city unfold before you. Local markets, for example, are a goldmine for slow travelers. Instead of eating in chain restaurants, you buy fresh produce and cook your own meals, experiencing the food as the locals do. Plus, these markets often reveal a region's true character, far from the polished tourist districts. Traveling this way allows you to create meaningful memories. You're not rushing to capture the perfect Instagram photo. Instead, you're learning how the locals live, work, and celebrate. And isn't that what travel should be all about? If you're enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more tips and insights on how to travel better. Chapter 4. The Mindful Wanderer. How slow travel redefines well-being. Slow travel isn't just about seeing a place, it's about how you feel while you're there. Traveling slowly allows you to unwind, unplug, and truly relax. Studies show that fast-paced travel often leads to stress, with travelers spending an average of 8 hours per day on their phones, even while on vacation. That's a lot of distraction. But when you adopt a slow travel mindset, you give yourself permission to be present. Instead of rushing from one site to another, you stop, breathe, and take it all in. This can have a huge impact on your mental health. According to psychologist James Pennebaker, slowing down can reduce anxiety and boost emotional well-being by allowing us to focus on one thing at a time. Slow travel is also about embracing mindfulness, being fully aware of your surroundings and the people you meet. When you're not in a rush, you notice the little things: the sound of the waves, the smell of fresh coffee, or the laughter of children playing nearby. It's these small details that create lasting memories. Another health benefit of slow travel? It encourages more physical activity. Instead of jumping in a cab to get from place to place, slow travelers often walk, bike, or even hike through destinations. According to the National Center for Biotechnology Information, incorporating walking into your daily routine improves cardiovascular health and lowers stress. The beauty of slow travel is that it allows you to disconnect from the pressures of modern life and reconnect with yourself. Whether it's watching the sunset over a quiet beach or reading a book in a cozy cafe, slow travel nurtures both body and mind. Chapter 5. Eco-friendly escapes. Why slow travel is better for the planet. One of the most compelling reasons to embrace slow travel is its positive impact on the environment. The tourism industry is responsible for around 8% of global carbon emissions, much of which comes from frequent flights and fast travel habits. By choosing slower, more sustainable ways to travel, we can make a big difference. Slow travelers tend to stay in one place longer, which naturally reduces their carbon footprint. Instead of taking multiple flights or long car rides, they might rely on public transportation, bikes, or even their own 2 feet. According to The Guardian, a single flight from New York to Paris emits nearly 2 tons of CO2 per passenger. By choosing alternatives like train travel, slow travelers can cut their carbon emissions dramatically. But slow travel isn't just about cutting back on transportation. It's also about supporting local businesses that care for the environment. Slow travelers are more likely to stay in eco-friendly accommodations, shop at local markets, and eat at family-owned restaurants. In fact, a report by Sustainable Travel International found that travelers who stay longer in one place contribute 60% more to the local economy than short-term tourists. Moreover, slow travel helps protect fragile ecosystems. Mass tourism often leads to overcrowding in popular destinations, causing damage to natural landscapes and wildlife. Slow travelers, however, seek out lesser-known spots, helping to relieve pressure on over-touristed areas. And let's not forget about food waste. Traditional tourism often contributes to wasteful practices, especially in hotels and restaurants. But when slow travelers shop at local markets and cook their own meals, they make more sustainable choices, reducing food waste and lowering their environmental impact. Chapter 6. Crafting your own slow travel adventure. Tips and tricks. If you're ready to give slow travel a try, it's easier than you think. First, start by choosing a destination where you can spend more time. Instead of visiting 5 cities in 2 weeks, pick 1 or 2 places to really explore. This will give you the freedom to settle in and experience the destination at your own pace. When planning, consider renting a small apartment or staying in a guest house rather than a hotel. Not only will this give you a more authentic experience, but it also helps support the local economy. Sites like Airbnb or Booking.com often have long-term stay options, which are perfect for slow travelers. Another key tip: don't overplan. While it's important to have a rough itinerary, leave plenty of room for spontaneous adventures. Some of the best travel experiences happen when you're not rushing from one attraction to another. Maybe you'll stumble upon a hidden cafe, an art gallery, or a local event you didn't expect to find. When it comes to transportation, look for slower, more scenic routes. Trains, buses, and even bicycles offer a more immersive way to see a new place. Plus, they're much better for the environment. And if you're flying, try to limit your trips and stay longer in each destination to make your travel more sustainable. Lastly, embrace the local culture. Spend time talking to locals, learning about their traditions, and trying their food. According to Rick Steves, author of Travel as a Political Act, the best souvenir is a broader perspective. Slow travel gives you the chance to gain that perspective by truly understanding the place you're in, rather than just passing through. By adopting these simple strategies, you can turn your next trip into a slow travel adventure, enjoying deeper experiences while also taking care of the planet. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to share valuable insights to make your travel experiences more fulfilling.